Okay, I am live again. Oh, I'm remembering. I need to put the information on the live stream again. So if any of you just came from my other live reading that I just did, um, I hope you resonated with those messages. I did a pick a card. So let me just mute that. Let's see. Ah, hello. Hi, Ray. Welcome. Hi, Savannah. Welcome in. I'm good. You can ask a question. I am putting information where I'm doing 777 for like a question. Well, I'll think about it. I'll think about doing some free readings. If I can get a few paid readings, then when I reach my goal, which is like a couple, I'm happy to do some free ones at the end of the video. Who's coming towards me in love? I am doing extended readings. Salome, I know you just want to support me. Is for an extended reading. So 777 would be like a quick, just like brief message. And 1111, I'll really dive into it for as long as I feel necessary, and kind of like go at a place where it feels like the question kind of got as answered as it could be from me, if that makes sense. Thank you, Salome. Send payment to the link. Yeah, I'll be up here for a while. I do trust my intuition and the messages that I deliver whenever I read cards, because I have really good intentions in mind. So, if I say so myself. So, just trying to give myself compliments to boost my confidence. Yeah. Earlier I was titling them like 1111 readings, and then I was like, I'm just gonna title it live readings, just kind of like, come on, people, come on, enjoy it. Aww. Thank you, Salome. There's a lot of really good readers out there. But I like reading cards, so it's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm happy when my energy vibes with people. So yeah, I appreciate that. And Salome, you support me like anytime you catch me on live. I really appreciate it. So yes. I'm hoping to manifest abundance so that I can afford to go on a bit of a trip and get out of town for a little while, because I've been in town for a long while. Aww. You're a positive force too. As my friend Julie says, I am just a reflection of you. So, yeah. I'm just holding my camera up. I'm gonna check my email. Hi, Jay Walker. Not during this retro. Oh, nah, Salome, you are. You're positive. Even if retrograde makes us feeling otherwise. Hi, Jay Walker. I am doing 777 for a reading, for a quick one. And then if you want a really extended, thorough reading, we can do an 1111. And if you have PayPal, you can send me PayPal through the link to Sunmashi. And if you're looking for a free reading, I am hoping that if I get enough readings through here and reach a certain goal, then at the end of this video, I will be offering free readings for anyone who sticks around. So, yeah, I get the feeling that, yeah, that was my message. So, Moon is in Scorpio, wonder. Maybe. I think that's very much connected because we're in Scorpio season, Mercury is in retrograde, and the Moon's kind of in a interesting spot. Let me see where the Moon is, like what sign it's in right now. What sign is the Moon in right now? It's 10:10 p.m. Oh, I think it's in Pisces. It is in Pisces, and it'll be entering Aries around this time tomorrow. So, or let's see, 6 a.m. in a day, like 4 hours, midnight tomorrow. So like on the 8th. Hi, Aquata. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We are doing paid live readings, and if I can reach a certain threshold, I'm going to be offering free readings to anyone who sticks around. So if you have a quick question or a topic, readings are $7.77. If you want a more thorough, in-depth, extended reading, then readings are $11.11. And I'll go ahead and type a link to my PayPal for if anyone is interested. But yeah, Salome, yeah, the Moon is in Pisces right now, which does make a lot of sense. We're in a sort of dreamy state right now. Our emotions, that with Mercury retrograde, is really getting us to kind of think about, like, what do we really want right now emotionally versus, like, what should we be worried about physically. Retrograde ends, I think, around, like, the 27th. Let me see. How long is Mercury retrograde? November 2019. It's over November 20th, and then there will be a shadow period afterwards. So the shadow period will be over around like December 10th or something like that. So do not be too alarmed, everybody, when it comes to the retrograde. Retrograde periods are actually really nice. They give us a reflective period that allows us to think on what the energy is about. So Mercury retrograde really gets us to revisit certain ideas, business ideas, logical things, the ways we communicate with others. We get to really revisit that, and it allows us to like edit the way in which we communicate with people and the way in which we go for our goals and create a plan. So retrograde's not a bad thing. It kind of has a bit of a bad rep, but it's actually a very positive opportunity for learning. So it's a nice time to kind of rethink or go back to certain ideas that you've already had and kind of like sort of try to delve a little deeper into those things. So if you had an idea from a long time ago and you've noticed that recently you've been revisiting that idea, there's a strong likelihood that if you try it right now, it might actually prove to be quite successful, or you'll see if it's still not the time. So Mercury retrograde is actually a really good time to try things that you wanted to work before but didn't work before. That's why sometimes blasts from the past can come back, or like like exes, or like old friendships, or like connections that it's been a long time that you've heard from. That's why you kind of hear from people sometimes during Mercury retrograde, because people get the idea of like, well, maybe we can try again. It's a time to try things over and to see how it goes. Like a second time around type of thing. So that's kind of what I feel about retrograde season. So yeah, definitely not a bad thing. It can just feel extra intense, especially during Scorpio season, and especially right now, Scorpio season with Mercury retrograde during the moon being in Pisces, the dreamy state, while Neptune is also still retrograde. And I think Neptune is also sextile to something. I forget, but I read it earlier, and I found it very interesting. So I'll go ahead and find that information and relay it to anyone who's interested in the astrology aspect. I'm not like an astrologist that I've like studied all this stuff or anything like that. I'm a Pisces, so I just kind of get stuff. So it's pretty nice. Huh. But yeah, Neptune being retrograde, I'm so excited for Neptune to come back. Sorry. This is like a great opportunity. Neptune retrograde, for example, then is like an opportunity for us to really learn and edit how we utilize our intuition, you know? Hold on, let me go back and see what you were saying. Lol, those are my credentials. What are my credentials? That I'm a Pisces? Yeah. It's a good credential. It's like, I'm a Pisces. I just know stuff. We just know these things. Something I just know is I really want to get out of town. So it's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. Do I know about astrology? I sort of do. It'll like come to me. Like I'll just be walking down the street and I'll be like, oh, that's right. Energy and the stars like are absorbed by us. But there are things that block our vision from those stars. You know, the constellations like Pisces as the example. Let's say the sun is blocking our vision from Pisces. That's why my sun sign is Pisces, because the stars from outside went in, hit the sun, and then the sun went inwards and hit me at the time of my birth. That's what your astrology chart is. Where's Mercury outside of ourselves, you know? And depending on what constellation it's blocking from us, those are the constellations that we're being charged with. I hope that makes sense. So like, I just pick up on things and I just know things. I've done some research, like I'll Google things, but it mostly just comes from within. And I think we all have this ability to kind of learn, and it comes to us at the right time, you know? But, so yeah, I would say like I do know astrology, but I'm not like a professional astrologist. Much like how I love piano, but I'm not a professional piano player, and so forth and so forth. I'm a Pisces. I'm quite gifted when it comes to anything I'm interested in. So I became interested in astrology, so I'm pretty good with it. So yeah. And right now I'm just looking for the transits. I'm scrolling. Got a question. What does it mean when you're triple water? Woo! Very much, very triple water as in like you've got Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, or you've got a lot of like a specific sign. So what do you mean by triple water? Sorry, yes to what? There's like a time lag, so I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I found it, yes. Twin is a triple Pisces. I'm a quadruple Pisces, if you include my midheaven. Scrolling through the transits. Yeah, Saturn is sextile Neptune, and I think that's also making things a little more challenging when it comes to our intuition. Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, Pisces Rising. Oh wow, and Venus in Scorpio. Okay. Well, with Scorpio, I always think there's a lot of wounds there. There's a lot of pain that Scorpio understands and feels. And depending on how much Scorpio there is, especially mixed with Virgo's energy, sometimes you can feel like no one understands your pain or no one's gone through what you've gone through. Like Scorpio's gone through a lot, basically. Of the water signs is still in that transition of how to deal with the pain and how to really heal it in a way that stops producing that pain. So like Scorpio's a very like interesting, wise energy. Scorpio understands like really wanting to bring peace to places, but knows that if it's threatened, Scorpio's gonna stand up for itself. Hi, welcome Butch Tarot. That makes me feel like you have a tarot channel. So I'm gonna look into it and see if that's true. Butch Tarot. Woo! Cool. I'm gonna check out your energy at some point. Welcome in. So let's see. Scorpio Sun. Cancer Moon. Cancer Moon is nice. Pisces Rising is also really nice. I like your chart. I think that's really cool that you have water in all three parts of the main aspects, I guess. They're all important aspects, you know, but like your Sun, Moon, and Rising. I find that really cool. Ooh, lots of Aquarius, Salome. I like the Aquarius sandwich. Or, yeah, but sandwiching the Scorpio Moon. And sorry, I'm still getting over a cold. I'm glad that you're glad to be here. Woo! We're just talking astrology and whatnot. I'm offering paid readings right now. And then if I reach a certain threshold, I plan on doing free readings to anyone who sticks around. So my goal is to make $44 basically. I'll retype my information again. I'll just find it. Copy. Paste. Copy. And paste. And then, like, you know, eventually if I don't reach that goal, then anyone who's still here this long, I'll just go ahead and do free readings, because I know you're all supporting me in whatever way that you can, and I do like to do readings. So it's pretty beneficial no matter what happens. It's just extra beneficial if I do make a threshold that I'm reaching, the goal that I'm trying to make, because then I can pay my water bill and go out of town and visit a friend. So it's like I can go splurge a little bit and celebrate. And then I can worry about the next bill later. So, yeah, that's kind of my plan. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Salome. Or to Butch Tarot. Going to visit the woods this weekend. Nice! I might go visit the beach. My younger brother wants me to go, and I think it's like, okay, I should go for the experience. He was totally right. I was telling him, like, you know, I want to be a little more secure later with that. But then I was like, you know, now I'm thinking maybe I should really go. Woo! Welcome, Butch Taros. Like, did you discover my channel from this live stream right now, or you mean like recently you watched a reading from me or something? I'm just curious. You don't actually have to answer. In Monterey. I am trying to visit California, actually. I want to visit a few friends there. Ooh, nice. Wow, that's cool. It's like, I'm flattered. It's like, you haven't even heard a reading and you're already subscribed. Alright, it makes me kind of want to do the same. I'll go ahead and do the same thing. Ooh, and I like your, what's it called, banner? How it's got your whole title up there. Very cool. Thank you. Well, that's really sweet of you to say. And currently I'm subscribed as well to your channel. And I'll check your channel out and see how I vibe with your energy. Thank you, Aquata. But, yeah, Salome, yeah, I'm planning to go to California. I've met a few people and they're from California, so I want to go visit them. Yeah, I really support other readers out there, so I hope your channel continues to grow. In fact, I know it's going to continue to grow. I saw you already have a lot uploaded, so just keep doing your thing. I also like your logos that you use, or emojis. I'm pretty sure I saw that you have emojis. Yeah, like Libra, and then you have the emoji next to it, and Cancer and Aquarius and so forth. In fact, maybe I'll do that, because like that's really cute. I like that a lot. Nice. Ooh, and you're doing monthlies. That's actually really smart. That's a really good idea. You've got like a solid idea for your channel. That's really cool. Ooh, and you went live? Wow, you're doing really well on your channel. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, whoa. Good. Now I'm like, where's the Pisces one? Oh, yeah, I like your titles. These are good titles. Okay. I already vibe. Which part of Cal? I don't know. Sorry. I forget exactly what parts in California they're at, but like whenever it is that I can visit California, I'll ask like what part you're at, and I'm gonna just go there. Unless if you're way like Southern California, that's like all the way at the bottom of it, that might be too far for me to just like plan like in an instant. But like, yeah. And in terms of when, my hope is that my finances get in order so then I can go somewhere in like end of November, holidays. Before March is when I'm trying to visit, basically. But North California, nice. Okay, then for sure. It would be really sweet to visit. I think I remember you saying you were like a bit in North California when you were talking about like the fires and whatnot. Too hot. Yeah, I can't go somewhere too hot. But also anywhere that's too cold, like Oregon, it's like I need to get away from here. Your roomie is Fierce Tarot. She's a lot bigger than you and inspires you. Aww. I'll check out her channel too. Yeah, it's really cool because a lot of tarot channels like are very inspiring. My tarot heroes are Rainbow Harmony and Mystic Moon. So shout out. Oh, and Fox Astrology Tarot. He's really cool as well. And Joey Aloha Healing Zone, because he and I are friends as well. And then anyone else who does tarot. Promise is cool. I love Rainbow Harmony. I watched her recent pick a card and I was like, wow, that was so spot on. Like she just like drew one card, just said all these things, and I was like, these are the messages for my soul. I was like so thankful. Her third eye is really lit, especially during Mercury retrograde. Sal, Secret, and Water Baby. I'll try and check them out. Hi, Cigar Varia. So the song lyrics ones. I watched that one too. Hi, Ophelia. But I watched that one too, but no, it was her most recent one. Just like a urgent message that you can hear right now type of thing. I've heard of Tyler's Tarot. I watched one video. I liked his energy. I didn't resonate, but I like him a lot too. Hi, Cigar Varia. Right now I'm doing paid readings. I'm hoping that if I get to my $44 goal, then I'm gonna start doing free readings for everyone here. Hi, Moira, Ariana, Ramin. Hello. If any of you are new here, like, all right, cool, mission accomplished. Feel free to subscribe if you like my energy. You're welcome, Cigar. And I'm sorry if I mispronounce anyone's names. I'm gonna go ahead and put my information once again. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to put it all together. It's okay. I'll just type it out again. So these are the prices I'm doing. I'm doing $7.77 or $11.11 if you would like to have a more extended reading. Obviously, the idea is that my messages resonate with you and genuinely help you with whatever your question or topic is about. Welcome. It's cool that you're all new here. Feel free to subscribe. If you don't vibe with my energy, you can always unsubscribe later or something. Ah, Salome! Thank you! And what's cool is when I start doing readings, maybe their messages will resonate to those of you who are currently listening. So, yeah. I'm glad there's a bunch of newcomers coming in. This is literally my third attempt going live today, so this is like much more successful than earlier, so this makes me feel good. So thank you all for being here. Literally just this alone already means a lot to me, so it's pretty sweet. And thank you, Salome. I really hope I that other people who really vibe with my energy that can get readings from me come in, because you already support me a lot, Salome. I feel like, of course, I deserve like the energy exchange, but like you and whoever else like deserves like that weight to be lifted a little bit more, and that we all keep the flow going. So yeah. Well, with that in mind, Salome, let's go ahead and do an extended reading. I'm just so, thank you. I'm just like looking at it. I'm just really happy. Aw, thanks, Salome. I feel legit. I do feel that way. I have a weird question for anyone who's done protective spells on here. It is important to protect your energy. I do a lot of protective visualizing. If anyone has, appreciate some feedback or something. Sure, like, so long as it's not like a tarot reading, you guys can ask questions, and if I know it, like the information, I'm down to share whatever I have. Well, yeah, I feel quite positive. Obviously, I'm not like positive and happy all the time or whatever, but I I do just try to be in my own energy, and it seems to be positive a lot of the time. I've been growing with confidence about that. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, I hope I have helpful information. What are you wondering about regarding protective spells? And then Salome, since you donated, let me know if you have a question or a topic, and we will do a reading. Plugging in my charger right now. Growing is always great. Growing is always great. It can be kind of scary and intense, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, you can tell his head. Aww. Hi, Selena. Try and do that too. Yes, do it. That makes a lot of sense. You're Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising. So sometimes it's very important, of course, to be in your own energy. But with the outer world, for whatever reason, Aquarius energy can sometimes have a tough time with just being in their own energy, especially around others, and even sometimes just with themselves. Cool. This is exciting. Clearly set your intention. Okay, I clearly set my intention is no harm and only protection. By setting that intention, I'm not overstepping, right? Yes. I don't think that's overstepping. That sounds solid. Like, of course, you deserve protection and safety and security. And if that's your clear set intention with your spell, setting intentions is totally fine. Like, wishing well for yourself and like no harm on anyone, I think that's a good thing, you know? Actually, I think that's very sweet. And with that intention set, if you're wondering, if you asked and set that intention and set that spell and something's come up, oh, I know Minnow Pond. I've checked him out. He's cute. I like him a lot. And he's a Pisces too, so I'm like, Pisces power. You're welcome, Ophelia. Or Ophelia. Ophelia, I don't know. I hope I'm close to pronouncing your name. Chris is good. Oh, his name is Chris. I was like, yeah, I love Middle Pond. I didn't know his name. I have been following him for some time. Nice, Sagittarius. I like Sagittarius energy because it creates a really interesting balance between Pisces and Pisces and Sagittarius. Water and fire. You're friends with him? Okay, that's cool. I'm friends with Rainbow Harmony and with Angela from Mystic Moon, as well as John. Not really sure if you have a specific question. You're also Sagittarius? Okay, I honestly have a soft spot for Sagittarius. Things can get really intense with Sagittarius energy because I'm so like open in the moment, but then like things can get really intense is what I've noticed with like how hardcore the one-on-one friendship can get. It's like, okay, we gotta not get lost in each other, sort of. That happens with me anyways, with Sagittarius energy, and with kind of anyone. I get really, I can extend things. Like, you guys will see my live readings or live videos will go on for hours or something like that, because I just go ham. I go for a long time. Cool. Yeah, I hope you vibe with their energy, and it's totally okay if you don't. Yes, some question. I've been feeling discouraged lately on your twin journey, but also just in general. Salome, I feel you. It's been heavier lately. I actually got. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. I probably need a bit of a break later, but trying to connect back to spirituality, but been a bit critical of where you feel you should be. Yeah, no, you're good, Salome. Every time you're here, you're so positive and sweet and supportive. You deserve that support, like, to come full circle right back to you. Any sort of ideas you've been having or anything like that, like, definitely is for you. I think maybe you've been working so hard that it's hard to believe that even before, like, the physical results come in, that you do deserve to just ease up and go and explore and have fun, take a break. You might have worried that, like, oh, maybe you're treating yourself too earlier by, for example, going to that aquarium that you went to, or going out to the woods, if that was you, I'm pretty sure. And the clear message is like, it's absolutely, like, right for you to go to those places. Like, in fact, you should find more ways to go spend your time out with those nice, serene experiences that you're looking for. So let's go ahead and flip some cards about feeling worried about where you're at right now. Gotta get some sleep. It's great it was great to meet you too, Butch. Are you in the Pacific time zone? Is it like 10:34? Or are you like Eastern time where it's like 1? Of course, Salome. And yeah, it's okay. I don't need to know your time zone. I was just curious. But have a good night, Butch. It was very nice meeting you. Okay, yeah, so definitely is later. Okay. I've been sleeping later too, so have some good rest. It was really nice meeting you. Welcome to the channel. I hope you resonate with the messages. I do weekly readings, so um, if you watch the Sagittarius one, let me know how it goes. Much love to you. I'm wishing you well. So, bye. Okay. Let me go back to that. Oops, I almost dropped my phone. Aw, made you teary. Yeah, okay, earlier today, I was thinking about my twin journey as well, and I was driving to Trader Joe's, and when I got there, like, the song came on, and I just wanted to sob. I was just like, I just miss him, but the message I'm getting, hey, I'm glad you'll check it out. And I'll check out your readings as well. I'll leave a comment and let you know how I resonated with the Pisces one. I'll be honest too. Like, if I don't resonate, I'll let you know. But I'm really good at resonating with anything. But yeah. But yeah, the message I got earlier, Salome, is right now we've got to keep moving forward. This is our twin, whoever it is right now, when it's not the time, unless if they're here right now. So the people who are here for you right here, right now, it's like, go into that. Or the experiences that are here for you right now, like the aquarium as the main example, because you mentioned it earlier. That is something to go into. Like, you've got a life to live, and like, there will be more time to process. And it's interesting because we're in Pisces. Hi, Marilyn! Hello! Marilyn is a huge supporter on my Instagram and watches literally all of my story. I don't know how, because I spam my stories so much on Instagram, and it's mostly just singing. But hi, Marilyn. I'm doing paid readings, and I'm hoping that I can reach a $44 goal. And if I make it there, I'm going to be doing free readings for everyone that's here. Aww, I love you too. I love your hugs, your energy hugs. Okay, let's go ahead and flip some cards, Salome. And for everyone, oh wait, I didn't finish my message. So it's very interesting. If you're asking about my Instagram, it's also, you want to hear me sing? La, 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 la. It's a lot like that. But anyways, my Instagram is also called Mushy. If you go to the description box and scroll down, you'll see a link to my Instagram. But yeah, Salome, an interesting thing, on your way to work, ooh, or WPTK. But it's very interesting that at this time, that literally with the moon being in Pisces, I love being in my emotions. I love honoring whatever I feel. And I think all of our intuition is telling us right now is not the time to like really let go, give up and cry. Unless if you feel it. Like in that moment where it's like you just have to let a weight off your chest. But if you're in the middle of something and you're just getting somewhere and you're just like, it's like the time will come where it's really time to grieve and process. But the message that was coming through for me during this time, for me, is like, maybe it'll be in a day, maybe it'll be in a few days, but this specific moment, I feel like we still have a goal to reach. We still have action to take. But pleasant action. We don't have to force ourselves to do anything. It's about doing what we really want. So it's mixing that energy together, feeling that grief, feeling that sorrow, and just processing it in that moment. Before feeling it fully, think, how can we transmute this energy to something productive for right now, for until we get somewhere where we can fully really feel what we want to feel about that, you know? Okay, gotcha, work. So let's go ahead and flip cards. I'm going to pour myself some water real quick. So feeling a little bit wavery, a little bit discouraged. Let's get a message for you. Let's draw a card from a bunch of different decks here. These ones feel kind of magnetic, which is really cool because these are like chakra cards, which kind of connect to crystals, crystal energy. Let's go ahead and get some earth magic cards. I'm going to do a bit of a past, present, future. We're going to find a blessing through it. Let's see the blessings that are happening right now. And an overall energy is this. The overall energy is the 7th chakra. Yeah, you're totally in divine timing right now, Salome. And to anyone that vibes with these messages, go ahead, feel free to take these messages. So, past energy, emergence, you've reached something. Community reverse. You've emerged out of confusing energy. I think you've gotten out of a toxic situation and you chose yourself above all else. I think that was the biggest message, that like you are going to choose the right community for you. There was maybe a community that before that wasn't really serving you, and you left that energy and you're more in an energy where you truly feel like you belong. That's what I'm getting here. You've been seeing dragonflies? Cool. It's a little hard for me to see the messages with the camera angle down. I will go back and read all the messages. So I might misunderstand some things because it'll be like, I won't know what you're responding to when I go back and read, but I will go back and read everyone's messages. Middle, the present energy, solitude. Yeah, I do feel like seeing dragonflies, it's telling you you're releasing yourself from any illusions. You're seeing through illusions, and the moon being in Pisces right now, and the fact that Neptune is about to go direct around the end of November, it's like you are waking up and seeing the truth and seeing that your dreams are actually more true than what the outer world wants you to believe sometimes. Ooh, man holding a heart. So right now, the blessing is you need to take your heart back. I feel this is like the message about your twin situation, about your love life, saying like you need to take back your heart and really like isolate your energy and really embody love within, and trust that you can share your love with other people. This is kind of talking about like, yes, have faith with your twin flame journey, but I think the reason you're questioning it is because you're like, I don't want to do this alone anymore. I don't want to just wait forever for my twin flame or to this soul connection that I pick up on. So this is kind of saying the blessing here is learning where your heart lies and seeing that like you're going to learn love is eternal, and when you take back your power, the love between you and your twin will always still be there. and you deserve to meet new people when you feel ready for that experience, if that's what you want. And I think it is. You don't want to do this all alone. You do want love. I feel like that's the idea for all of us, right? Love is a pretty good feeling. So I feel like this is about taking back your power, and that might be a perspective to see things, and that might be a painful thing, and that might be why you're tearing up and why it's emotional. It's hard to let go. It's hard to honor the real feeling that, like, as much as that's a true connection, they really could just take my heart and leave, and then that's it. That's always possible. So that there's that feeling of loss, and truly accepting that loss. It's a grieving process, but it's a blessing. So let's see where the upcoming energy is. Completion. Yeah, you complete the cycle. And appreciation. And where that leaves you is, just know that what happens when you take back your power is, this person will still have appreciation for you, and you will have a refined appreciation of yourself, and you will see your manifestations fully come into play here. I think it's just about time that your manifestations are going to start actually happening. Starting, like, this full moon is a big turnaround point for you. The full moon in Taurus, it's on the 12th. So within that time frame, I do think the energy is going to ease up for you, and you're going to feel so much more like sorry so much more connected to your path. You're gonna feel more of the bigger picture. Aquarius, I think, kind of has a tough time seeing the bigger picture. Like, you see it, but it's for some reason, that faith that the bigger picture is there. It's sometimes really hard, and I just think you're gonna get to a point where you really overcome certain obstacles, and I think you're gonna feel a lot more peaceful and appreciative of these experiences. I almost feel like you've learned the lesson, and you just need this time to really appreciate the lesson that you've learned. That's kind of the message coming through. So let's get some more messages for just right now, just to help you out. We are getting the 5 of Swords with despondence. Interesting. I feel you're very connected in with your thoughts. Getting out of your thoughts. I think the aquarium and getting out there is a really good idea. I think you're deeply rooted in with your situation right now, and right now it might be best to detach from connections that aren't the most honest with you. So there might be situations where you're around people that for some reason see your growth and put you down, or question your growth, and they're like, oh, that's what growth is to you? Or people are like, oh, are you sure you want to do that? Isn't that risky? There's naysayers, basically, is what I'm picking up with this energy. And if they're not around, this is residual energy, and it's you're gonna keep growing anyways. You're gonna see that people are a little bit upset about it, but you're just sorry, I'm just doing me, you do you, I'ma grow. So I think what's going on here is you're growing, you're overcoming a lot, you're getting out of the illusionary world of this sort of community that wasn't a real solid supportive community. And when you're shifting out of that vibration, you're seeing a very clear difference between people who treat you with respect versus people who don't. And you're going the right direction. And when you do that, it's very uncomfortable because you're still intertwined with the world that doesn't really treat you the way you deserve to be treated. So until that whole process cycles out and you take back your power and you choose to go into solitude and just bring your energy in with yourself, once you fully do that, you're going to be fully transitioned into the new world that you are shifting into, and a lot of those naysayers just simply won't be there, and it's going to feel amazing, and you're going to be so appreciative that you made it through this part, that you really held strong and you got through, and you really showed that you actually have what it takes, the patience, the resolve to just get through each day. Each day is kind of a challenge, to be honest. And it's very impressive that we're all standing up for ourselves and really just trusting ourselves the best we can. So we're all choosing to take a chance on ourselves, and it's working. So one more message for you. Joy, and somehow the 8 of Wands reversed. this is saying like, yeah, you don't need any sort of message from anyone. You don't need apologies from these people. You just want to be happy, live your life, and like move on and meet new connections out there. I'm just getting like the message for you is like, you don't need those negative energies in your life, and maybe they will grow someday and then match your vibe and can revisit your life. This could even be family that this is talking about. It's like no matter who it is, if someone's not on the same page with you, even if it's your twin flame, if they're not able to be upfront with you, you're kind of recognizing, you're like, you know, then I just want to be happy. I'll find people who can communicate right now. It doesn't have to be this specific connection or these specific family members or toxic coworkers, if that resonates. You know, so you're just being in your own vibration the best you can. Of course, you don't have to force being happy or anything like that, but it's like you just want to be, and you deserve to be, and you deserve to have that community that actually supports you and like brings out that positive, confident, supportive energy as well. And I'm just seeing like, yeah, that's what's happening right now. And so I hope this helped give some sort of confirmation or helped you feel a little bit more like, okay, a few more days, like I'll keep trying, you know, I'll keep trying to accept where I'm at is okay. Like breathe, breathe, Salome, breathe. So work with energy. Close your eyes, visualize your solar plexus chakra. What does it feel like? If you were to visualize the pit of your stomach, is it upset? Is it small? Is it big? Like the yellow aura that's like centralized in the pit of your stomach? How is it moving and vibrating? What is that energy like? Imagine yourself as like a sunflower, literally with your eyes closed, and imagine doing stretches as though you were growing like a plant. Move slowly as though you were a plant, not a person. Someone that like, or something that takes weeks or days to really extend your roots. Let yourself stretch out nice and slowly. And yeah, something like a healing practice like that, and working with your solar plexus chakra and kind of getting to that point, I really feel like by around the 12th through the 15th, the full moon, this energy is going to clear up, and I think you're going to notice the shifting all of a sudden just happening like crazy. You might just hear from someone out of the blue, like someone new. You might meet new, wonderful, amazing, supportive people. Connect more with people who support you. If you're working on a business idea, your business might start to grow and take off. Like around the 12th through the 15th, starting there, some more ideas will come in. So things are coming to you. Support and help is on its way. So really trust that, Salome. I hope that resonated. That's what I'm getting for your reading. That's good to hear. Cool. You're welcome. I hope that was a good reading. That's what came through. So I'm going to go look through all the comments because I wasn't reading. Interesting topic. Colorful cards. God, yeah, my sister does. Yeah, I just got a bunch of new decks. My friend Joey Aloha Healing Zone is also a tarot channel. If any of you want to check him out, he gifted me 7 decks, and it was really cool. Seeing a lot of dragon. Oh, that's right. She will love them cards. Yes, get her the cards. Which ones? If you want to know the name, I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know what all the decks I'm using are actually. And hi, Winter Flame. Sorry, my camera was down. I hope maybe you're still here. If not, I'm saying hi from a distance, from energetically. My hello is late, but welcome. Community, ready for something new. Hi, Tracy T. Sorry, I'm catching up with the comments right now. Is there a list or donation? Cigar. Yeah, there's a donation link. Here, I'll type it again. It's good to hear. You're welcome. Donation. The rainbow cards. Okay. 1 second. Donation/payment link. The rainbow ones. Oh, the chakra cards. Let me see what they're called. I have the box. There they are. These ones, I believe. So these are called the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. I hope you guys can see it. Hi, Nero. I am doing paid readings right now. It's $7.77 for a brief reading, and it's $11.11 if you would like an extended, really in-depth reading where we just kind of go at it for a really solid chunk of time and really delve into your reading or your question or topic. And if I reach my goal, then I will be offering free readings at the end of this video. So yeah, if you're interested in purchasing a reading from me, I would greatly appreciate it. I do mean to give like a solid reading that genuinely feels like worth the exchange. So I would appreciate that if you're interested in that. Aw, I'm glad she loves rainbow things. Okay, then in that case, I'll show you my decks that all have rainbows in them. This deck, I believe, has a rainbow in it somewhere. Let me try to find it. But this is a really cool deck too. Or maybe it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know where it is anymore. Never mind. Maybe there's not a rainbow in this deck. Just kidding. There is like a rainbow themed card. Like based off of the 7 chakras, which is pretty cool. I know the lighting in my room doesn't do it justice, but yeah, I guess there's no rainbow in this deck, actually. Just kidding. But I do have a few other decks that have, like, a rainbow in them. Ow, sorry. And Nero, if you're still here, you can check out my channel. There's a lot of readings and pick a card readings that I offer on there as well. So if any of those call out to you, I have a bunch of different pick a card topics. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Something went wrong when logging in. Okay. And I am happy to answer any questions that's not based off of like a reading or using my own intuition about something, like general advice. See you later. Ooh, I will try to get sleep tonight, Marilyn. I love you too. Have a good work shift. Nice, Aquata 1111. It's always a nice feeling when you literally feel your third eye like opening. It's like, whoa, and like that kind of intensity or that sort of like magnetizing weight on it, you know? Aww. Have a blessed night, Marilyn. Have a blessed shift and everything. You are beautiful. I'm sending you an energy hug. Let's see, 728 plus 21. Yes. Ooh, yes it is. Sailor Moon. Have you watched it before, Salome? Because Sailor Moon is the best. I watched it in English when I was a little kid, but now I watch it in Japanese. If I ever watch it. Do 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 bum 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 ba da da. Hi, Ethereal Rose. Welcome. It's going pretty good. I met a few new people here. I believe Aquata 1111 is new to the channel. Oh, Salome. Then definitely watch it. It's really sweet. You're gonna cry, especially if you watch the original, named after a character called Robotech. I think I know that anime. Used to watch it. Yes, yeah, the Sailor Moon fam. Here we are. Yeah, now we're talking about Sailor Moon. I'm doing paid readings right now. Ethereal Rose. And then if I reach my goal, I'm going to be doing free readings to anyone else who is still here. Her name was Minmay. Oh, from that anime. And hi, PC88. Welcome. I'm not sure if you're new here, or if not, then welcome back. Read some of the manga for Sailor Moon. I did too. It was actually way faster paced than I thought it would be. Yay! I'm glad you're still here, Ophelia. That makes me feel good. Oh wow, welcome PC88. Yeah, there's a few new people here. I did a reading for Salome earlier about like if you're feeling lost on your path or if you're feeling a little unsure. If you want a reading, I'm doing paid readings for $7.77 for like a brief answering of question. And if you want like a really in-depth reading that's like extended and we really go at it, it's $11.11. I have watched Legend of Korra. And if you want to answer, like if you just have a question, like advice or something without a tarot reading, I'm happy to just kind of like try my best and give you some genuine advice like as a friend. But I would really appreciate it if you want to do an energy exchange and donate to the channel for a reading. I'm clearing my throat because I'm still getting over a cold. But I have watched Legend of Korra, Salome. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? Because if you have not, but you watched Korra, that's mind-boggling. But that's totally okay. But you should watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. Good new people. Aw, thank you, Rose. Rose. I don't know, Rose. Good, Salome. Yes, yes. My favorite quote. I was actually talking about it earlier from Korra. My favorite quote from it is, "When we are at our lowest point, is when we are open to the greatest change," or something like that. It's like it was a quote that really got to me, and I would really cry when I would hear it because it was like I was going through a lot at that time, and it was just perfect. I was like, "Thank you, creators of Korra." What website do you use to get into the Mercury retrograde stuff? Oh, I really want to get into it. Ooh, Selena. I'm actually going to make a blog about retrogrades and things like that, but I don't really go to a website. I just learn stuff. Like, it just kind of comes to me. And also, like, word of mouth, hearing things. If you're ever on Instagram, they have, like, the post, and it says, like, a list of things that's happening during this retrograde. There's so much with astrology to like get into, but one website that I'm using right now, this one has a list of transits, so if any of the transits ever interest you throughout it, you can like look into it. Like for example, it says November 8th, Saturn sextile Neptune at 9:46 p.m. You can copy and paste Saturn sextile Neptune into Google and see if stuff comes up. I usually like to just vibe with my own energy and see what it means myself, but you can search it like that. The website I just gave you, Cafe Astrology, it might give you some good information about Mercury retrograde. Let me look into if there's a link on here about Mercury retrograde. Planets and points. Let me search. I'm gonna put my phone down just for a second. Mercury retrograde. Never mind. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of, you can look around on the internet. It can be a little bit tough to find like solid sources for things because there's a lot of like people's just like opinions basically, or like oh, it's about spilling coffee at work and mishaps, and it like is because Mercury, the planet of communication, it's like there's a disruption there, but there's a lot of learning. So here, I can try to visualize with you. Let me try to put the camera on this tripod, and then I'll just kind of sit here and do a visual, and I'll grab items and stuff. It'll be fun. I like how I'm like, yeah, live readings, and then it's like, okay, let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Okay, so okay, now I just need some sort of items. So let's take this as Earth, and Earth is spinning around, right? And then we've got Mercury, and Mercury is also spinning around as well. Mercury retrograde is when Earth passes Mercury. Oh, I know. So you know when you're on the freeway or you're driving and you speed past the car, and then when you speed past the car, now the car, when you look back, it's moving backwards, but obviously it's not. It's still moving forwards. It's just that you've passed the car. Let me know if that made sense. Like when you speed past the car, suddenly the car is moving backwards because you just went past it. But you know it's still going the same direction as you. So that's an analogy I'm using. Okay, cool. That is what a retrograde is. Earth passes Mercury. It speeds past Mercury. So now Mercury is moving backwards when, of course, obviously it's moving the same way. It just looks like it's moving backwards. So that is what a retrograde is, basically, as an explanation of it. That's what I've read anyways, and that's what makes sense to me as well. So Neptune retrograde, that's why retrogrades exist for every single planet. At some point or another, it will look like the planet is moving backwards. Now there's a specific angle or sweet spot that when you were to look at the bending of light and everything, and the round nature of stuff, that we can then tell that it's actually Mercury that's in the distance and it's actually moving forward again. That's called Mercury going direct. That's why there's also a shadow period, because there's still an energetic space where it'll still look like the optical illusion moving backwards. Kind of like, if any of you have seen that optical illusion where it's like a Cinderella or like a thing that's moving one way, and like it stays that way, the visual, but you can, like, when you look at it, sometimes it'll like boop and go the opposite direction. The optical illusion. Do any of you know that optical illusion? If not, I'll literally show you it. Yeah, cool. You know that one? That explanation there, how you can keep switching that optical illusion of it, that is like the shadow period after a retrograde. So when planets go direct, there's still that in between that some people will look at it and it'll still feel retrograde. Some people will look at it, they can tell it's actually moving forward, but relatively it's still kind of doing the back and forth. Hi, Chiwei-san. Oh, that's okay. That's all right if you commented on a different video earlier. I went live 3 times today, so that makes sense. Hi. I'm doing paid readings. I'm also doing a little bit of like, what is Mercury retrograde right now? And it's also, I think retrogrades are also kind of connected to the idea of dependency. We depend on the planets to provide us a certain energy. And when we feel a retrograde, just like a parent and a child going through separation anxiety, we feel like we're losing something. So when Mercury goes retrograde, that's why communication, travel, logic, business ideas, things seem to go haywire or feel delay. It's actually, we're realizing that there was an energy that was providing for us, Mercury, and now that it feels like it's being ripped away, we're learning, our Mercury parent is off on the weekend, we gotta babysit ourselves. Suddenly we need a babysit for whatever Mercury usually does when it's here. We gotta be the communicators, we've gotta be the problem solvers, we gotta be the logic makers, we've gotta be the planner, we've gotta be decisive. You know, that's why Mercury retrograde is tough. It's because suddenly we have to bring out the truth of ourselves, that like, we've got more learning to do when it comes to communicating, logic, planning, creating ideas, businesses, things like that. So that's why retrogrades, people were like, oh, no, Mercury retrograde. It's like, that just shows how reliant they are on Mercury's energy. And that's okay. We're all growing here at our own pace. So that's what all the retrogrades are to me. So Jupiter retrograde, Neptune retrograde, all the different retrogrades, these are all just different periods that, depending on how well you are at being independent in those energies, will influence you greatly. Me personally, I'm very strong in a lot of energies. So when Neptune goes retrograde, me, a Pisces, sort of ruled by Neptune, I handle it quite well. That might not be the case for every Pisces. There might be a Pisces out there that really, really like relies on being at home with Neptune, and like when it's away from Neptune, like totally like is freaking out. But for the most part, most Pisces do pretty well with Neptune retrograde. I've noticed it's earth signs and air signs that really get tripped up by Neptune retrograde. Let's see, I went to go to another live video and I click on this live, click by mistake. Much meant to be here because like topic we are talking about, because of the topics we were talking about. Oh, I'm glad you got here by chance. Yeah, it was meant to be. Woo! Welcome to the channel, Aquata1111. If you know people who are into this stuff and you think other people would vibe with my energy, feel free to share this channel with people or let people know about me. Send business my way if you think there's anyone that would benefit from my energy. But yeah, those are just me doing the whole promoting thing. But yeah, that's kind of the topic of retrograde to me. And so I'm excited for it. Even though I'm okay with Neptune retrograde, I would feel so at home when Neptune comes back. So I'm ready to welcome Neptune back on November 27th, just a week after Mercury is direct again. And I'll have to look into the shadow periods for when the next time to really celebrate. You know, it's kind of like when you pick up a friend at the airport, and it's like, oh, it's exciting, but you're not like, woo, you're in the car, you're like excited, but you're driving. You're like, okay, I can't wait till once we settle, we can really like hug and talk and catch up, you know? So it's like the picking them up at the airport part, that is like the official direct dates. Neptune going direct on the 27th, Mercury going direct on the 20th. But then like really once you drop everyone off and you can really hang out, and it's like Mercury, Neptune, your friends really back, we can really settle in and talk and hang out. That's the ending of the shadow period. So I hope that made sense, like the analogy I'm using there. So that's sometimes why, like sometimes people are like, oh, once it's direct, that's really the time when it's like we get through it. It's like kind of like yes and no. It's like they're still needing to get through the shadow period, you know, unpacking, you know. And once that shadow period is over, you can really kind of enjoy the energy you're at with the planets. So it's just very interesting. And like that's just kind of like the least that I understand. I understand all the planets will also vibe differently when they're in conjunction or opposition to other planets and which constellations they're in. And there's just so much to it. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. So that's kind of as far as my information goes. With like Mercury retrograde. And in terms of where did I find that information, it just came literally from within. I was like walking my dog one day, and then the idea that energy from outside shines in, and all these things, and the visual of the planet and the ripping apart of the energy, separation anxiety, dependency, it's just all kind of clicked. It's like life is kind of what astrology is, like the way we handle life. Like for example, like Neptune's home constellations is Pisces, you know? Perhaps Neptune was formed in the location of Pisces. You know, like when the planet literally was created, it was probably around Pisces' constellations when it was created, or created with that light energy more, or something. It's just a guess, you know? And all the planets do well in different environments. And it doesn't that sound like life? Like, it's like the gym teacher that yells at the, like, kid who's more into like math than into sports, you know. It's like, oh, why isn't that kid doing well in my PE class? And it's like, well, that kid's not really into sports. This kid is more into like science or something. It's like, that's odd. Shouldn't this kid do well in other environments? That's like that's like what it's like to complain about planets. Like, oh, how come Neptune's not doing well in Mercury or in like in Gemini or something, or how come this planet's not doing well in that constellation? It's like, it's just like judging a kid who's not adept for a different class. You know, like planets do well in different environments. Planets do well with different planets. They get along in different ways. And the outer world is like the part that judges the conflicts that come up when planets are not in their comfortable environments. And the inner world is accepting that these planets are not used to those certain energies. Neptune's not used to communicating with verbal words. Neptune's not used to needing to create a structure left to right, step by step, to explain to people what's on their mind. Neptune's used to everyone just seeing the overall big picture, the whole idea, the entire thought in one instant. Neptune's used to psychic abilities, intuition. Neptune's in the water, you know, they can't speak in the water. They speak with like the telepathy, you know. Fish literally do that. So Neptune's not used to words, and it's like, yeah, the more we kind of learn about these, it kind of helps us accept ourselves more too, and just kind of be like, you know, it's okay that I don't do that well in these other environments. That makes sense. I'm not used to these other environments. Other people are social in that way. I'm not. Other people are not social. I am. You know, it's like everyone's different. So that's what I like about like the energy and stuff, and bridging that connection and developing a relationship with like the planets and stuff and what it means to me. Hi Alani, welcome back. I'm doing paid readings this time around. My hope is that if a few people purchase a reading from me, then I can offer free readings for everyone remaining in the live chat. I've gotten one reading, I think. I need to check again. But if I get 3 more, basically, and then after that, like, and if I don't, then it's okay. I will be doing free readings down in the future. For some reason, my PayPal site is down. That is weird. PayPal's been kind of strange for a lot of people lately. My readings are, basically they're 11.11. I was offering like a 7.77 as well. But if I'm going with the 3 readings, they're 11.11 for like an in-depth extended reading. If you want to support but you can't support as much, then $7.77 for like a quick, brief one. Aww, thank you, Alani. I appreciate that. And Chiwe, yeah, it might be, PayPal might be down for you at this time. I trust you, Chiwe. If you want to do a reading, I trust you. It'll work later, and you can send me PayPal like tomorrow or something like that, and we can do a reading as well. Oh, you're taking a test. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And so I'll rewrite it for anyone who's still here. For a very brief reading on any topic or question. 11.11 for a very in-depth reading on any topic or question. My PayPal link. Send some mushy. Yeah. Can book a reading on my website, sunsunmushy.com/book now. I think I typed my link right. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oops. It's actually /book now without a hyphen. There we go. Yeah, you guys should check out my website. There's a blog on there. So in the future, I will be blogging about like the retrograde, the moon cycles. I'll be blogging about all sorts of things. My sister actually wrote down the ideas, so I'll just look at it. Beauty of tarot. What is tarot and why is it beneficial? Number of ways, like 5 ways to find peace in your daily life. All about crystals, my meditation practice. She's got a lot of cool ideas. Cool. Aww. Chiwi, that is so sweet. Oh, and then the fun fact, when I reach my goal later, it's more than just 3 readings, but when I reach my ultimate goal for this month, in the middle, if I can reach it before the mid-month, I'm going to do a whole live reading where I dedicate it all to just doing free readings for anyone who comes in, which of course will boost business because I'll meet more new people, but also obviously people who are returning subscribers that have been a part of this Sun Mushy fam for a while will also be able to get readings too. And obviously, if I recognize the subscribed readers, I think I'll create a priorities list where it's like, yeah, if you're subscribed, you guys were the ones supporting me. You guys deserve like free readings. And then of course, newcomers, it's a on the house. So of course the newcomers will get free readings too. But yeah, I definitely want to be doing that. Like, I want to be doing that at least once or twice a month. But I have to reach my financial goals to be able to actually do that. Otherwise, I won't be able to like keep this all up. Of course, something will always, I'll find a way no matter what, but this is the way I'm trying, so I'm going to try my best until this either makes it or breaks it, you know? So, yeah. Aww. You're all amazing as well. You're amazing, Chiwei. I love that, even though it's spelled with a U, I love that your name is also Son. And my name is Son. Oh, and to all of the newcomers here, my name is Son Nguyen. Obviously, I'm a tarot reader. I'm very much into this stuff. If anyone is wondering when I got into it, discovered tarot last year in January. So it's almost been 2 years, which is pretty cool. It's kind of trippy to think about. It's like, wow, it's been a while. 2 years almost. So I can't wait to like be at that point where I'm like, yeah, I've been a tarot reader for 20 years. We're like, whoa, I've been doing this a long time. So I'm excited for that. That's some stuff about me. Oh, welcome back, Alani. Thank you. I really appreciate your support. What I will be doing with some of the proceeds is actually going out a little bit on like getting some breath of fresh air and going out of town and meeting with someone that I want to meet, and I want to see how that goes. It'll either backfire and like blow up in my face, or he and I will really have a good time. Either way, once I do that, I'll know how I feel, and that'll be cool. So, yeah. So I'm gonna like calculate the gas for that, I guess. Stay positive about it. Yes, I will, Selena. Thank you. He's nice so far. So I'll see. I want to see if he's still doing a video. If any of you are ever into video games, let me know. Like video game streaming. Let me see if he's still. No, he's not. Or is he? He is. Whoa, he's still streaming. Let's see. What's the stats on the guy you were with for 50? Oh, that guy? What stats? What do you mean by stats? Oh yeah, Alani, you were there that day I got broken up with. When you broke up with me. I remember that day. I handled it pretty positively. Hi, Vera. But what do you mean by stats? Like stat points? Like STR, STA, INT, like stamina, intelligence, like magic. Like I'm thinking video game stat points, you know? Oh, no. We have not. He looks at my Instagram story sometimes. There's that. I really moved forward. I was pretty serious. I was like, I don't really believe in like putting things on pause. I was like, yeah, it's like we either move forward or this or that. I get the feeling he'll show up and communicate at some point. I just get that vibe. He might get the vibe that I don't want to hear from him or something, which is a little half true. It's like, I'm okay. Like, I loved our time together, but how I felt at the end, it was just like, that's not really okay, you know? It's like, you don't treat people that way type of thing. So I did learn from it quite fast and was like, okay, well, he can make things right if he wants to, and then if he's okay with the way things are, then I'm okay with the way things are as well. Thank you, Alani. I'm quite good at doing that. I work through knowing my worth, and I stick with it, and sometimes it can be hard, but I always make that choice because I just kind of, I've gotta, even if people choose otherwise. Aw. Yeah, I like to stick in my authenticity. It's a good feeling. And the great thing is, like, I met people, like, 2 days later, like, a day later, like, really fast after that happened. Particularly 3 different love interests, and I don't know what's happening. I've been honest with everyone. They all know that there's, like, that we're all friends, basically, and that I feel like, Selena, I don't know, there's a lot going on right now with me. There's a lot of different options and different ships, and they're all coming in at different paces. My friend Walter literally did a love reading, and he said all that. You know, at that time I only had one ship that was kind of coming in, this one guy, and then, like, just right shortly after that, boom, the next guy, and then boom, a third guy, and then I was like, then this fourth guy came in, and it was like, no, and I was like, okay, I need to delete these dating apps now. So three solid, kind-hearted people is pretty enough for me. It's like, wow, these guys are really sweet, and I want to see where these friendships and connections go. And they're all so attractive, and they're so cute, and they're so sweet, but they're so different, and it's for different reasons with all 3 of them. Like, so it's like, who will win my who will have my rose, you know, at the end of the week for The Bachelor, you know, if any of you know that TV show, it's like, who will win my rose? Hi, Pink Pearl. Is it possible your username is from Steven Universe? I'm doing pretty well. I'm feeling very high vibration. There's a lot of new people I've met here. I feel like I recognize your username, but you might be new. Are you new to the channel, or have you been here before? Because I kind of recognize your name, but you could totally be new to the channel as well. There have been a lot of people who just kind of came in recently, but I'm doing well. Yeah, how are you? We're doing paid readings right now, so yeah. It is always refreshing to meet new people. It's like, that's right, we haven't met everybody. It's like, there's still more people we can meet. People can prove, like, the past cycles differently, that it doesn't have to, the past doesn't have to repeat. We can meet people who are on our vibe, who really get it, and, like, then sometimes the cycle happens with those people, and we just gotta keep going, you know? Because we get through it over time. Yeah. But yeah, if you're new here, Pink Pearl, I'm doing paid readings. My hope is that I can get 3 readings, or like a little bit more if people do the 777 one, but that's my goal, to get 3 more. But the readings are $7.77 for a brief reading, a very, very brief reading on your question or topic, and it's $11.11 for a very thorough, in-depth, solid reading where we really try to go deep into, like, whatever your question or topic is. So if anyone is interested in getting one, like, I have every intention of the reading being, like, a good reading for what, you know, what you're looking for. So if you guys are seriously looking for a kind of reading, I hope that my energy vibes with you, and yeah, I think I can do a really nice, a good feeling reading that's solid and genuine and from the heart, and hopefully, you know, the idea is that it's accurate, and with tarot they seem to kind of just do that. So it's really cool. But yeah, that's me advertising myself. And everyone who's here, thank you for being here and joining me. I kind of fidget a lot, but I'm also very much engaged in this channel. The energy here is really nice, so yeah. And I'll go ahead and type it again. At the least, I've reached my goal for, like, my water bill, which is really, really good. And then next is, like, the goal for my phone bill, but there's, like, a few days of leeway, and it's like, and if I miss that payment, it's like, at least it's not going to increase, like, with the water bill. This doesn't even make sense. Like, water and electricity bills, it's like, if you miss the payment, they increase the fine, and it's like, the person clearly missed the payment, so like, how are they gonna pay now that's even more expensive? It's just like, how does that even, right? It's like, and you all know what I'm talking about too. And it's like, why? But yeah, and my hope is in the future, the way that this all flows is that like boom, 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 I get like a solid list of paid readings. So then the remaining of the time I can like do like free readings when I reach a certain goal. I'm going to try starting to set goals where it's like, okay, if we can get 5 readings in this video, remaining readings are on the house type of thing. Because I really want to give everyone a reading as well. Son Mushy isn't found on PayPal. Okay, Chiwe's son was talking about that as well. That's like spooking me. It's like, did something happen to my account? Send. You can try looking up sunmushy@gmail.com. Let me know if that works. That might actually explain why things have happened. Maybe people have suddenly not been finding my PayPal or something. But I don't think that's it. I think business has just been slow. But I wish it was just that. Son Mushy. Oh, you guys are right. There's an issue with my PayPal. In general, yeah, there's an issue with my PayPal. I'm sorry, everybody. If anyone has Venmo, oh, you found it with Gmail? Okay, that's good. I'm glad at least the Gmail one works. You know, this might be possibly connected to my sister? I don't know why the link won't work. Very interesting. I'll have to figure that out. I might let my sister know. Because she's like really tech savvy. Yay! I just checked my PayPal. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna start saying, yeah. Send PayPal payment to sunmushy@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Nero. Okay, will I be on in 10 minutes for the reading? Yeah, I'll stick around for 10 minutes. If something happens with the live, I will go live once again and you'll see that I'm live. It might be a different title or something, but I will be here in 10 minutes. I'll wait for you, Nero. Thank you for your donation, your support. I appreciate that. Okay, sounds good. And in the meantime, I guess I'll be working on figuring out the mystery behind why my PayPal link won't work. PayPal ME link not. Site can't be reached. I hope this is it. That's not helpful. Friends many times. There's one way to pay me as well. You can go to sunsunmushy.com/book now. You can try to book a reading through there. I believe you can use your Visa card other than a PayPal card. You can also see if PayPal works on that booking website as well. See what works for you. I don't know how to... Hi, Gayatri. I remember your name, unless if you're a different Gayatri. But I'm doing good. Thank you. Wow. Unfortunately, I don't know how to... I need to ask my sister how she puts all the different payment options. But there's a 15-minute reading on there that's $15.90. I don't know how to put the 1111 onto my booking website. The option to pay with card. Let me look again. I'll also look into it and see if there's anything edited. Check availability. Oh, it'll say pay with PayPal, but when you click it, it'll go somewhere. Like, I'm confident it... blah, 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 blah. Pay with PayPal. Submit. Oh, well, it's going through PayPal. Well, that's weird. Yeah, it'll when you go to there, it'll say pay with PayPal or pay with debit or credit card. And then you should be able to click that. And hopefully that works. Yeah, there's a card thing that you can use. So yeah, it should work. Let me know if it does, and I'll check my Gmail. But how are you, Gayatri? I'm doing pretty well, personally. Been going through some hardships and a little bit of anxieties and fears about like tarot business and love life and just chilling and being where I am and like feeling like blockages of like, how do I overcome this? How do I really get to that next place in a way that feels good? And I learned like it's just to let it go. Just like I've been trying, and it's just like letting go and then just do my own thing. What do I think of tarot business? Like as a career, or like how am I enjoying it? In terms of how I'm enjoying it, like I like it a lot. I didn't go into tarot as a business. I went to it as a healing, learning, feeling a part of a community, stuff like that. Can read, but you wouldn't do it professionally. Yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I am so intense of a person that I can do... Literally, I've been here for 93 minutes, but it just feels like I've been here for 5. I'm very good at it because I can really, really talk for a long time. Mentioned anxiety. Oh, I did? Yeah. Well, it's a confidence thing, and it's like business has been slow, and I have like negative $800. And then I have like $13,000 debt from going to school before I dropped out. So it's like the financial reason is why I have anxiety, is a lot to do with it. If I didn't have to worry about money in the physical world and things like that, I would honestly just be doing tarot readings for free. I love doing tarot readings. It's like, I absolutely love this. I love the compliments. I love that it helps people. So I have, basically, I got pushed into this moving opportunity sort of by surprise. I was working towards paying off my credit card statements throughout the course of 2018, the beginning of 2019. Then I was thrown into this living situation, and I have a system where my dad is paying for my rent, supporting me with the rent money, and I support myself with my utility bills, my phone bills, my food, and my gas. And so with all the added expenses, in the first month of moving here, I was not making that same amount of finances. I was still working on paying off credit cards. So aside from never making the amount of credit cards that I owed, I've been constantly being able to pay off the last month. So like I'd have $0 on my credit card, I'd have it all paid off, and then suddenly I have to pay $250 in utilities and phone and gas. And then it's like I pay it with my credit card, and then by the end of the month, I either make just enough to pay that back off, and then have to pay the utility bills all over again next month, and the cycle continued. And it's a tug of war of like, which is happening more, the finances or the bills? And it's a little bit, woo. Just when I got to like the finances upper hand back in September, October, everything dropped. I had no readings all of October, basically. And I have considered a job, actually. I do think about it. As much as I'm see, I thrive with this. I can do this for hours and hours. I really am not quite good with jobs and the physical aspect of most things. Paperwork, office work, Cold Stone, places that I did work before. In terms of my own healing and in terms of my own time, I'm too selfish. I personally want to take advantage of the privilege and support that I do have, and I want to bet on myself. Because everyone who's working at jobs, they all admit if they didn't have to work there, they would all quit. So it's like, I should probably stay out of that loop while I can for as long as possible and see if I can actually make it being who I am. And that's luckily where I'm at with my journey, where I've been at since I was little. In terms of the way I was treated with the world and by my loved ones and stuff, I was handled a specific type of abuse where it's like, a part of me is like, universe kind of owes it to me to like show me that I am okay to be who I am, and that I'm a hard worker the way that I am, and that right now I'm at the part of my life where I can take these kinds of risks, where it's like it's like I can do this. I already struggle with my physical health just doing the life that I'm trying to enjoy. Doing a job that I don't really want to do is just going to wreck my physical health. I had fought for over 6 years, literally dedicating, how can I make the physical pains go away? How can I make my neck stop hurting? How can I make my brain stop hurting? My ears and like my jaw, my back, my lower back, my legs, everything that cramps up, like how can I heal it? And stuff like that. And I had focused so hard trying to figure that out, or it's like, never again am I going to let the outer world convince me that I have to do something that I don't really want to do. So I've been focusing on finding what feels good and doing that kind of stuff. Parents sheltered you, having a huge amount of anxiety with the world. You will get there, Selena. Yeah, I understand. It's scary. Shows only PayPal and it doesn't let you submit without clicking on it. Any way to do it on Patreon? You could try on Patreon. And I have a few days before the phone bill, and besides from that, I'm actually not going to spend the remaining money on my phone bill. I'm actually going to put it on the gas to go visit that guy and see what that experience is like. So it's okay if, like, just think about your question, Chiwe, and, like, I'm sure PayPal will figure itself out or something. And if it doesn't, you can go ahead and do the Patreon route again, because I think we've done that before and it worked. So you can always do that again at some point. Can't that guy go to me? He can go to me, probably, but I understand that, Selena. There is another guy who's coming to me, so don't worry. This guy, I do want to go to him. He'll cook or something, and we'll play. He has video games at his place. He has a huge setup. I can't ask him to just bring that whole setup here, like bring his TV, his computer, like his games and all that. It's like, it makes sense that I go to him, but because if I could, I would. But yeah, I'm with you there. I'm like, can't that guy go to me? That's what I learned. I'm like, people need to come to me. But yeah, I want to go to this guy and give him a chance and see what it's like with him. Good man. Yeah, he's a nice guy so far. He's working on trying to open up. So we'll see how that all goes. That's really weird that my PayPal link isn't working. That explains why a lot of people might have not been going here. PayPal, this site can't be reached. No, that's not it. Yeah, why is PayPal like not working for people? I need to find another way. It's hard because a lot of other services will take a big portion of what I make. Like the super chats, the YouTube super chats takes a huge portion of what we make, and we don't get it for months. I still haven't received any of my super chats finances that people donated. So put more options in Patreon with the pay because PayPal is stupid. It's tricky with Patreon because... Hi, Diana! Woo! Yes! I always love your comments. You always leave like a nice, short and sweet, like a, you're here. It is Mercury retrograde. That might have a lot to do with why PayPal's being weird as well. PayPal has done pretty well for me though. It's done right by me. There are other things, like I do have Venmo. If anyone has Venmo, I literally have that one. So like I do have other payment things if people go to those, but people always kind of, oops. Sorry, my video cut off because the battery thing showed up. I need to go grab my charger now that I've set up my place up at the front over there. Thank you, Diana. But Chiwe, have you tried PayPal to my email, like sunsumushi@gmail.com? I'm glad you love my videos. I can tell. I'm glad. Yes. I like to go back and watch my videos, and I'm like, yeah, I like my videos too. Okay. Got the charger here. Hi, Cigar. Down for me here too. For you as well? That's so weird. PayPal, what's your problem? And that's odd that like that it shows only the PayPal and it doesn't let you submit without clicking on it. Chiwe, have you tried submitting it anyways? Like click the PayPal and submit. Like maybe they're doing maintenance on PayPal. Maybe Pay is not being my pal. Because I know what you're talking about on the Sunsumushi booking site, but when I go to it and like, maybe I can show you with the camera, like what it looks like for me. Oh sweet, I can reverse it. So, this is my website. I have a blog, it's really cool. Oh, my sister put a YouTube channel link. Yes. So like you go here, you can click a reading. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, it's because time is passing. So like I'll put in like my info. Well, now you all have my phone number. Comments on what you want the reading about. Pay with PayPal. The heck. When I click on it, I click submit. And when this happens, I really hope it brings me to this thing. What is this security challenge? What? I'm not a robot. Bus. Why? Traffic lights. Bicycles. Okay. Okay, maybe it does just make you go to PayPal. Okay, here, there's this. So when it takes you there, Chiwei, you can like put in a Visa card. I'm pretty sure. I've never, did you get to this part? Because it like has a picture that says like these ones. And so I kind of figured maybe this part would work without doing the PayPal account. So I hope that made sense, like what I'm talking about with that. So, but if that didn't work, then yeah, I don't know what else. The only other thing I can think of is Patreon. And then with Patreon and Venmo, you could consider getting Venmo. I've heard 0 complaints about it so far. From the people that I know that use it, we've had 100% success rate every time. Of course, it's a matter of like if you can get a Venmo account. It depends like if you're international or this or that, but I have had success with Venmo. Ooh, I show up very fast when I search up Sunset Machine. Nice. Whoa. You're right, it does just say those two. Yeah, I don't know. Tricky. I have a lot to figure out. That was something I learned. I need to like create more of a plan with everything, but it can be kind of stressful to think about like stuff when I already don't really like have an interest in finances and business. And it's not about like needing to research it. It's just about like I don't want to. But it comes to me over time, and I've learned things over time that I never thought I would get to. So it's been pretty cool. Stretching my neck a little bit. Should check my Gmail. Yeah, and I'm gonna be taking down my Patreon actually, revamping it actually, figuring more out for what I want to do with it. Cool. Ooh. And I know, but I'm lucky. I'm careful. If a website asks, do you own a business? I just avoid the website or I'll click no and I'll just cancel out because it's like, this is a business I'm doing, but I need to pay for the licensing or whatever, and it's like I'm not doing that yet. So I intuitively know what to stay away from, and I kind of just get that, I don't know, I can flow with the process, and when a problem comes up, I can overcome a process. And I figure when I get to the point where it's actually solid and the finances are in and stuff, then yeah, whatever information needs to come in so then I don't get kind of like stabbed or whatever, like a blind spot thing happening. That time will come up when it comes up, but until then it's like I don't know what I have to learn. Like it's like I don't know. I'm really stubborn basically, but I am open to like I do want to write and create a actual solid plan. What do I need to learn? What do I need to know? What do I need to do? And it's like until I know those things, all I know is like I just want to live and have experiences and kind of just like go have experiences that I never got to have for a long time. Welcome back, Nero. Let's do a reading. Let me move my station. Oh, and let me look back at my email again. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then the thing about Patreon is Patreon also takes a percentage of what I earn, which is weird. It like sort of makes sense, but it mostly really kind of doesn't. Because they take a portion of it and then they charge you for withdrawing it, and it's like, okay. All right. What is your topic or question, Nero? And Chiwe as well, if you think of a question or topic. Cool. Think away. I'm gonna pour myself more of this green tea lemonade. Fun fact, I go through juice and things like that really fast. Okay, odd topic. Dealing with a bad person, I need to know how to defeat them and get what you need to move on. That is an interesting topic. Okay, I'll flip cards about it. And hopefully helpful advice comes through. All right, so how to defeat this person. It's gonna be cheesy, it's gonna be with love. How to defeat this person. And get what you need. Pretty sure that was what you said. Let me go back just to double check. Get what you need to move on. This middle card is the and. Something and this. Past, present, future. And we're going to just pull a bunch of clarifiers for each part. This is the defeating part. This is the and, the connection. And then the get what you need to move on. We're just going to do this with a bunch of different cards. Because then if we get a bunch of the same cards in the same spots, it'll be a pretty specific message. Very interesting. This card is reversed. And I picked up on it. So this is a very interesting spot, the combination. You've got a few different options. Okay. Let's see how to defeat this person. And then we're going to flip a few more cards afterwards as well. But this is just kind of the start of it. Actually, let's get another tarot message before we really dive into this. I do just kind of do what I want with the cards. This one's interesting. There's a little bit of a scrape. So those might end up coming up reversed later. I get a kind of vibe about it. So let's see. Shame. How to defeat this person. Oh. Infinite supply. Service. Okay. Well, don't be ashamed of... I feel like this person maybe had made you feel bad about yourself in a lot of ways. And it's hard because they have their own life. This person might go through physical struggles. They might have health issues or things like that. And it's like, you worry about them, but you also have been so mistreated that it's like, you shouldn't have to worry about them. But it's like, you do because they're a part of your journey. Or they're a part of your life. 5 of Swords. So a lot of what they think, I don't know. There's this energy. there's a wisdom to learn from of how to like get through this. This is something that is going to take time. You might be younger, you might have been going through this very toxic kind of home situation or living situation. And if that's not who you're asking about, I'm getting it could be connected to something like that. Something about just going through your life and your childhood and just like everything you've been through, no matter what has happened, at the core of it all, you've always still remained strong with being the true version of who you are. Maybe there were times where you thought you would have to, like, okay, they're really not getting it. I'm going to have to show them by doing the opposite of what I think. You know, you're like, okay, well, if they're not listening to my true words, I'll stop using those words. I'll be sarcastic and they'll know what I'm saying by my sarcasm. Things like that. I'm getting that's not the way, and you've learned through many lessons now, and you might still be learning that lesson, and it's like there has to be another way where you can just be honest about how you feel and how you are thinking and what you truly want. A way where you can really just give this knowledge, but I'm just getting, it's like, yeah, you can't really give this knowledge to that person. The best you can do is detach, give this knowledge to yourself, trust that they're wrong about you and that you are truly who you are. They don't really know you, even if they say they know you. Like, it's not up to that person to decide who you are. They do not define you. You do not have to be ashamed of yourself. You do not have to be ashamed of an aspect of who you are. You're actually quite beautiful. It's like this card is beautiful, and yet there's like this shame card. And it's like what I'm getting with this card is like, oh, it's a shame that there's such a vast like exploration, and yet there's been people saying this is an off-limits zone. It's like, don't go here. This place is not beautiful type of thing. But clearly look at this card. It really is beautiful. It's like, that doesn't even make sense, you know? So it's like, and then I'm also getting like this message like, you know, if this person wants to stay stuck somewhere and misjudge you or say hurtful things or do hurtful things, just do stuff that's not good. It's like you feel the disappointment like to that person. You're like, wow, what a low move. Like you'll see them do like a low move. You're like, wow, talk about a low blow. Like, wow, you know, I kind of know how that feels. When you see people making like really immature decisions, you're like, wow, you are really toxic, you know? It's like, what I'm kind of seeing is like, honor that feeling. Yeah, feel that energy. Kind of be like, yeah, wow, like this person, how do you just do that and like make that choice? You know, you can honor the way you feel about the situation. And I know that doesn't sound like much. I know it doesn't sound like that is going to get you out of it, but it really is. Like really withdrawing and creating your life with all of your own gifts and abilities. It might feel like this person took some of that or makes you feel ashamed of your gifts and abilities or sharing or opening up about it. You are stronger than you think you are. It doesn't matter what this person thinks of you. You actually have an infinite supply of support. You might worry that this person took away all of your potential, or maybe you had a chance when you were younger or something, but now you don't because you spent so much time being damaged by this person. If that resonates, it's not true. Your potential is infinite. You have an infinite supply of energy, and this person will never be able to really take away the magic that is you. You are what makes you beautiful. You are what makes you special. It doesn't matter the level of skill in any of your things. It doesn't matter the level of which you're prepared for the physical world. Of course it does. We all feel like, you know, and by of course, I mean like, you know, of course it might feel like that because it's like, well, I clearly don't have a job or this or that, or I don't have independence and I'm still, you know, there's all of those things, like, yes, but every path is not easy. Everyone faces hardships one way or another. There are people who have things financially put together, but they don't know how to emotionally support themselves. There are people like you who have had to emotionally support yourself, who had to have gone through things alone on your internal journey, like many of us, and you might feel like you don't have things put together in terms of the productive financial world or the how to take physical care, you know. You might feel a little like ashamed, or like, oh, I don't even know like what the right toothpaste is, or oh, I don't even know like what's proper skincare. You know, it's like you might feel bad about those things, but it's like you have all this knowledge that other people don't have. Everyone has knowledge that someone else doesn't. You have your life experience. People did not experience what you experienced. Yes, people will relate, but you have your own experiences, Nero. And it's like, honor the fact that you are wise. You have amazing gifts and talents. You have so much potential, and no one can ever take that potential away from you. So that's kind of what I'm getting for how you can defeat this person. It's just to don't go into their realm. You don't have to. And it will take time to learn how to get out of that energy. Sometimes, like, if you're anything like me, what I would do to escape that realm is I would go to video games, and I would be toxic, and I would yell at people and say hurtful things and like put my hurt out on the internet, things like that. And then I healed, and like, of course, I knew I didn't really want to be doing that, and I felt so apologetic. And now I just really try my best to spread love. And when I play those kinds of video games, I could even still get wrapped back into that energy just from how much toxicity there is on video games. So that's just an example of like, that is you trying to withdraw from hurting your loved ones. Yes, you know, you might go into a form where it still brings that out somewhere, but you're learning, and it's like you're trying, you know. That's more than what you can say for this person who will say this kind of bad, this representation of a bad person on your journey that's done and said many hurtful things, you know. It's like, it's more than what that person can say, you know. At least you're trying. What is that person trying? They're just choosing to be in this energy that continues to make you feel bad about yourself, and it continues to have them show that they're being like the villain in your story. And it's like, yeah, you don't need that energy. So that is what I'm getting. Keep working hard on your, let me rephrase that. Keep going. There's so much more. Sometimes time is the biggest healer. My dad would always say that, and I was like, Dad, you really don't understand how wounded I am. And he really didn't, and he's kind of getting it now. But he was right still. Time heals all wounds in a sense, if we allow it. So time is how you can defeat this person. Persevere, outlast. Show your willpower that you're going to make it through this, because there's so much more out there for you, Nero. You get to create the life you deserve, and you will. All right, this is the and, in addition of what you can do, visualizations. And you can listen to meditations, visualizations, positive affirmations, creation of music, of art. Visualize the life you want. It might sound sad, like that you have to dream about what you want instead of actually being there. But when you visualize about it and really trust that feeling, you will get there. Have these dreams. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop believing in your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you visualize when it comes to peace and like harmony and love. You might have big goals like world peace, world harmony, world love, you know? Like those are my goals, to save the world. Doesn't have to be so intense, but visualize what you want. You can create it. Wisdom. Yeah, your third eye will connect to your visualization. In fact, your third eye is where visualizing happens. So the third eye, the wisdom, when you can see it visualized, it will bridge that connection not only to your crown chakra and to your heart chakra and your throat chakra and everything, but also to your subconscious, because that's where your subconscious is deeply connected to. And your subconscious will give you the exact reality that you need, and thoughts and feelings to get you to your visualization. Your subconscious, your dreams support you. Bodies of water, this is about intuition and your psychic abilities. Yeah, visualizing, being around water, staying hydrated would be really important at this time, especially in Scorpio season during Mercury retrograde. So drinking lots of water might seem like it does nothing, but it actually is going to provide you a lot of energy. You'll stay hydrated. Ooh, now we're getting the prince or the princess. That's interesting. It says Prince of Cups. even though I'm pretty sure this is the princess. Very interesting typos. So I'm getting there's like a bit of like a, you know, balancing out your energy of masculine and feminine. I think what's going on is you are shamed for your identity with yourself, whether it's your gender identity or your sexual identity or just identity in general of who you feel you are. I'm getting there's an issue there with the shame energy of like this person you're talking about, and they just don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand energy the way that you do. That energy is energy. Also, I just saw like your message fade. Since the camera's down, I haven't read anything. I'm in like, sorry, I got in the zone. Here. Oh no. What happened? My screen froze. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys can still hear me at least? No, Nero, it's not your fault. I might end the video chat and then go back live, but I need to look at all these comments that I just saw. Is there a future in my current company? I'm gonna copy and paste Chiwei Sun's message. In fact, I'm just gonna actually save a photo of all of the, well, let me see. Hi, Phantom Punk 007. May I have a reading on what the woman who gave me her business card thought of you? You're a Gemini. I am doing paid readings at this time, but if I reach my goal, I'm going to be doing free readings in the future. So if you stick around and subscribe to the channel, there will definitely be a time where I can do free readings. But if you would like to support, my readings are $7.77 or $11.11 if you want a really in-depth reading like I'm doing with Nero right now. Hi, Psychic Read. At this time, I'm doing tarot readings for $7.77. I'll type it. I'm offering $7.77 for a brief reading on any question or topic, and $11.11 for a very in-depth reading on any topic or question. I'm going to end the live and restart it so my screen is back on. So please join me there, everyone. I'm about to exit out, but I will be back and I'm going to continue your reading, Nero. Sound good? Okay, cool. See you all soon, whoever wants to join me there.